Well, hello, Sagittarius. We're going to get into your weekly reading. This is August 28th through September 3rd. We're going to touch on love energy for this week, money and career, and then just a random message for the week, okay? All right, Sagittarius. I see growing love. Let's see what that means. Bear, Tower, and Woman. You've always been... Okay, I'm going to start from scratch here. So I feel like you've been down in your relationships. And what I mean is when you pick somebody or choose someone, you don't necessarily doubt them, right? You give them the benefit of the doubt. You're like, oh, you're working on yourself. Oh, this will get better, even if there are things that do bother you. So I feel like you're a very good, like once you choose someone, you're pretty much committed. You know, you're not playing around. This is not a game. I feel like in doing this, you've noticed that there needs to be some change to that aspect. I'm getting a feeling that there was someone you were dealing with, maybe for quite some time, that you were doing that with, but it either wasn't getting better or there needs to be some sort of change, like where you don't talk about things. Now you need to talk about things, you know? Even though you're scared of maybe what this person will say, what their reaction will be, it's what needs to happen. And it's interesting because I feel like you're following your intuition about what will be best for your relationships and your love life in general. Okay. All right. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. The Queen of Cups. Oh, I'm sorry. The King of Cups. The Fool and the Seven of Swords. Yeah. You being so dedicated to relationships and always doing the benefit of the doubt kind of left you in codependent types of relationships, or unhealthy type of relationships, or unbalanced types of relationships. It's just like over loving, over nurturing, trying to over care. And then realizing that you're not getting that back kind of puts you in a destructive mode, whether it's with yourself or with love in general. So you are noticing some sort of cycle in a relationship, whether presently or just how you love in general. And it's you taking risk for the person that you love. But I feel like your new focus is yourself, how you feel, what your intuition is telling you. And knowing that whatever decisions you make, you're sort of putting your words in the atmosphere and they're growing. So if you start a relationship where you don't ask questions and a person is always lying to you and you're blowing it off like, oh, they'll get better next time, it won't happen again. They'll just continue to do it because there is no repercussions. So it's almost like that. Yeah. It's like you're seeing the truth. That sometimes you have to take a risk, and it's not foolish. And I see you not wanting to mess things up, but also you don't want to keep nurturing negative behavior or negative situations. So you got to make some decisions for yourself, and I feel like that's what you're doing right now. Yeah. Yeah, so you're working on more healthy relationships. Like better relationships, better communication, better long-term effects in your relationship instead of like right now. I feel like there was a problem with being disappointed in the future after like being more passive. Okay. And I feel like that's changing. Okay. Okay, money and career. Okay, we have man, tree, and heart. You made a lot of changes when it comes to work. It looks like things that were causing you problems at work, like maybe you thought you had to work overtime all the time to get seen, or snooze with people you don't like, or there's something that you thought you had to do at work that you stopped doing because you were seeing like it wasn't really helping you at all, or seeing something for the truth, like your boss telling you, oh, if you do this, you know, we'll appreciate it, but really they don't appreciate it. Yeah, and I see that working out for you, but let's see. So Sun, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Six of Cups, Tower, Tower again, and Temperance. Yeah, you're creating change when it comes to your work. And it's going to take some time for that to unfold. So I see you being a little bit worried about it. It's like you're looking at your past, Sagittarius, and you're not as happy with the outcomes or what's going on presently. It's not what you promised yourself it would look like in the past when you did all the things that you were doing to get there or helping. Yeah, you thought it would heal, like the actions that you were taking. You didn't know how the outcome was going to be, but you were like, these seem to be positive, or they like it, or this is what they're asking of me, so I'm going to do that. And this will make my situation so much better. But because you were rejected for a position, or things are not happening the way that you want them, this is causing you to see that you want to change your tactics, that those tactics aren't working, you know? So you're going to do something different. That's what I see from you, Sagittarius. Yeah, it's like changing what feels to be like a gullible heart. It's like you were doing something to start a process, or get something started, or get a new job, or open up the doors to possibilities, but that is not what happened. So in order to fix this, quote unquote, you have to make some changes. What are those changes, Spirit? Yeah, you're either doing too much work and not making enough money from doing it, or not getting paid, is what it looks like. And you did this to stay on the good side of, I would say, the people that you're working with, but you're starting to see that you're not getting benefit from it. It is not benefiting you at all. So that's why that energy is changing for you, Sagittarius. All right, let's see what we got. Random message. Fish. Star. Coffin. Yeah, your main focus is abundance, growth, expansion. It's like you want to go with the flow of like the law of attraction. But also you don't want to do what everyone else is doing, right? So I feel like you're trying to find your wavelength, your, like, what works for you, and you're following that. So you're starting to look at your intuition. You may be listening to a lot of readings, or even getting a reading to figure those things out, because you're looking for a new start, like an end to the non-productive way of doing things, or what isn't working, and trying to find the one that does. But you're doing it in a more like a spiritual way. So we have the Star, the Six of Cups, the Two of Swords, Judgment, the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles again. Yeah, it's like once you are awakened to what the problem is, and that's where you are this week, it's like you see the issues, and now the focus is on trying to heal them. It's like an awakening, and that's why it feels very spiritual. And to you, that's going to be your guiding light, your intuition, spirit guides, horoscopes, tarot readings. I feel like that's kind of your guiding light right now to get you on some sort of track, because you're trying to get like on it feels to me, Sagittarius, like a spiritual wavelength that works best for you, right? And it's different than you're trying to do things that are different from the past. Like the past, you might have been trying to do it on your own, or you might have listened to a reading and really honed in on it, and it wasn't for you, something of that nature. So I feel like you're trying to make changes, especially with the Ten of Swords being here. It's like, I made a decision, but now I'm making a different decision. It really is just you making a decision, like instead of avoiding things, you're seeing that there is a problem or there's an issue, and I need to resolve it. It's logic. So the first step, I feel like, is imbalances in your life. That's what the real focus is. Like, am I working too much and not getting paid enough? Am I giving too much time and not getting that attention back, that I'm giving to others? It's about balance. That's the big thing for you that I'm seeing here, is about balance. Yeah, no more foolish risks without logic. That's what I'm seeing here. So that's where you are right now. You're just like, I'm not going to do anything that doesn't make sense. Pretty much. All right. So I love you. And I'll talk to you later, Sagittarius, okay? Bye-bye.